Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and we're back to finish talking about Season 5, Episode 5 of Sex and the City, the original Sex and the City from the late 90s and early 2000s. This episode is called Plus One is the Loneliest Number, okay? So I've already reviewed the first half of the episode. Now I'm going to review the second half, okay? So please watch Part 1 first before you watch this one. That way you can understand where we're at and what's going on with the characters, okay? So, I'm Diego. I've watched every single episode of Sex and the City. I'm a big fan of the show. The only problem I had with the show, I did not like the way the straight guys were being portrayed on the show. That was a big problem I had with it, okay? The show's written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to writing about straight men, okay? None of my straight guy friends were watching this show, so I decided to watch it because every hot girl that I knew, because I was a young man when these episodes first came out, was watching this show, and I had HBO already because I was watching Sopranos and Oz. So I decided to watch the show too, and I got hooked on it. I liked it a lot. Like I said, the only problem I had was the way the straight guys were being portrayed on the show. They were not being portrayed realistically at all. Okay, they were the butt of every joke. But other than that, I did like the show. I like the characters, the way they were written. Very good. Very funny show. Okay, so where we left off at, okay, is Carrie's having her book party. Her book is being published, so they're having a big party for her. It's her first book that she's ever published before. So everyone's there. They have like a few. I think it's like a few hundred people at her book party. Okay, so she's there, obviously. Samantha showed up. Samantha's face is all fucked up. She did a chemical peel, so she has all these fucking burn marks all over her face. She looks bad. So people don't want to talk to her. She's embarrassing Carrie. Carrie's wishes that Samantha just keep her face covered the whole time. Charlotte was dating a guy. Okay, she finally had sex with someone else. She hadn't had sex since her divorce proceedings, since her ex-husband, well, soon to be ex-husband. Okay, they're separated now. They haven't officially divorced yet. Okay, but she's living in his apartment because he gave it to her. Well, her mother-in-law just showed up because it's not my son's apartment to give. It's my apartment. I can kick you out anytime I want. It's a multi-million-dollar apartment in downtown Manhattan. Okay, it's in a high-rise. So yeah, Charlotte's been living there for free. Okay, so yeah, her mother-in-law just found out that Charlotte's fucking other guys now, so she's pissed about it. Okay. Even though Charlotte's telling her, mind your own business, Bunny McDougal is not going to mind her own business, okay? She was married to her son Trey, and they broke up now, and so I think Bunny McDougal feels that Charlotte should not get the apartment at all. It's the McDougal family apartment, and Charlotte's not a McDougal anymore. Anyway, the guy that Charlotte was fucking found out. He didn't realize that she was still married. She didn't tell him that she was about to get a divorce, so he's not going to see her anymore. So she can't bring him to the party. So she ends up bringing her gay friend Anthony, who's a really funny guy. I love that guy. I love Anthony. He's hilarious, okay? He just fucking says whatever the fuck he's thinking out loud. He's hilarious. Okay, so she's there with him. Meanwhile, Carrie's gay friend Stanford is there with his boyfriend, who's like some professional dancer from Radio City Music Hall. He was in the Nutcracker, whatever. Anyway, he's like some good-looking guy, which is and Stanford's not a good-looking guy. I'm not gay or nothing, but yeah, I don't see that relationship happening in real life. But it's a TV show, so just go with it. Just go with it, right? A lot of this show, you just have to go with it. All right, so he's there. He sees Anthony. Now, they were fixed up on a blind date before. Anthony did not like Stanford. He thought he was ugly. He did not look like Ed Harris. He thought he was going to look like Ed Harris. He doesn't. He looks like Ed No Hair Ass. Okay. So Stanford wants some revenge. He wants to show off his good-looking boyfriend to Anthony to make him feel bad about rejecting him last year. So that's what he does. Anthony walks away and leaves, eating shrimp. So that's going on here. Miranda, the guy that she fucked when she was pregnant, but she was only like 3 months pregnant when she fucked him last time. Okay, so she wasn't showing yet, and she never told him that she was pregnant. He went off on a business trip, and he just came back in town. He wants to fuck her again. He does not know that she had a baby while he was gone. Not his, okay, with Steve. And so, but she invites him to the party as well. They make out. She comes clean. Hey, listen, I'm still the same person. I had a baby while you were gone. The guy I had a baby with, he's just a friend. I accidentally had sex with him. Oh, anyway, we had a kid, but nothing has to change. I'm still the same person, and if we're still together after a few months, then we'll deal with it then, but yeah, I can still have sex, right? So he's like, I don't do good with kids, but they end up trying to have sex. Well, they do have sex. They just don't finish. She can't come because the baby starts crying. She's got to go take care of her baby, which pisses her off. The guy's pissed off too. He doesn't really want to date a single mom, so he fucking leaves. So now she's pissed off that this guy that was boning her fucking left. And she's more upset that she didn't get to come than she is with her baby fucking crying over and over again. Okay? Yeah. So anyway, she goes to pick up her baby. He stops crying when she enters the room, so she's pissed off about that too. But she picks him up, and then she looks at him, and you can just see it on her face. Very well acted by Cynthia Nixon. Very well acted. You can see on her face that she's like totally in love with this baby. Like you can see it, you know, like she's been resisting motherhood this whole time. You know, she's not a very affectionate person to begin with. Okay, she's a fucking bitch from hell. Even her own baby, she treats like a fucking like a something you have to take care of, but you don't really want to. That's how she looks at her baby. But now you can tell by her looking at him, she looks at the baby and she's like, oh, so here we are. And you can tell he's a cute baby. Brady's a cute baby. He really is. Okay. You can tell, and I know that, and I'm getting emotional because I remember picking up my son when he was that age, you know, and just like your whole life changes, you know. For those of you that are parents, you should know what I'm talking about. You know, everything changes, and I remember like the Brady's a few months old, and Miranda's is just now starting to feel like, oh my God, this kid is more important than anything else in my life. You know, for me, it happened a lot sooner than that. It happened in the hospital, honestly. You know, I remember when my son was born and I saw him in the hospital there. You know, the most prized possession I have in my life is my comic book collection. I've been collecting since I was a little fucking kid. Okay, it's been with me everywhere. It's in storage right now. Some of my comics are worth a lot of money, so I can sell them and make a lot of money if I want to. But I keep them in plastic bags, you know, sealed. They're worth a lot of money, especially now that all the superhero movies are being made. You know, people are looking for those old comic books where those superheroes first appeared, and I have them. All right. And I've always kept my comic book collection. I've always loved it. Most prized possession I have in my whole life. Always has been. That's why I never stopped it, okay? When my son was born, it didn't matter anymore. Like, here's this thing that I've been collecting my entire life. When my son was born, I didn't even want it anymore. Just like that. It just turned on in my mind. It's just like, no. I wanted my son to have it. Just like that. It wasn't even, there was no struggle. There was no resistance on my part. I just knew in my heart, you know what? It belongs to my son. My comic collection belongs to him. It's his. That's when I knew that I was bonded to this kid for life. I knew it right there, you know? I can't describe it any other way, but you can see Miranda's look on her face that she feels the same way. She's bonded to this kid now. She's not the same person she was before. She said earlier, you know, nothing has to change. Well, she has changed. She's a +1 now. That's who she is now. She's a mother now. She's not the single anymore. She's not out there, you know, she's got other responsibilities more important than just, you know, riding the cock carousel, which is what she's been doing. That fucking fat, ugly bitch. Yeah, sorry, I don't like her. Okay, Carrie is talking to Enid, that's Candice Bergen's character, okay, at the party. That's her publisher from Vogue. She was invited to the party, so she's there too, even though Vogue is not publishing this book. Okay, she brought her gay friend with her, so he's talking about, oh, books. It's just a fucking gay nonsense conversation. Who gives a fuck, right? Okay, Jack Berger shows up. Yes, Ron Livingston's character. This is his first appearance. He was earlier in this episode. He was talking to Carrie. They were flirting together. They were at a park talking, you know, feeding the birds, the pigeons. She was drinking her fucking McDonald's milkshake, and then he dropped that he lives with his girlfriend. So he's got a girlfriend. So now Carrie's like, oh shit, I was really attracted to this guy. I felt a spark with him, and now he's fucking living with his girlfriend. He's got a girlfriend. Fuck. Why am I so attracted to him? He's got a girlfriend. Well, that's why you're attracted to him, okay? Because you know damn well that other women can have him, okay? And that makes him more attractive to you, Carrie. And it's true. It's so fucking true, man. I can't tell you, I always got hit on more by women when I was with a hot woman, okay? Not when I was by myself, okay? Unbelievable how that works, isn't it? It's like, you know, if you're single and you're available, nobody wants you. But if you already got someone, everybody wants you. Unfucking believable, especially if your girlfriend's good looking, okay? If she's fucking hot, all of a sudden you have no idea how many women that rejected you before all of a sudden want to talk to you. They want to get to know you better now. Now that you've got a hot girlfriend, all of a sudden your looks didn't change, but your attractiveness changed like that. Unfucking believable. See, for guys, this doesn't work. Ladies, it doesn't fucking matter. If you're hot, you're hot. It doesn't matter if you have a good looking boyfriend or not, okay? It doesn't fucking matter to us. We're still attracted to you. The same as we were before, okay? The only difference is if you're a super fucking good-looking girl and you've got some old, fat, rich guy with you, then we know what kind of girl you are, okay? That's it. You're a gold digger. That means that, yeah, well, I'll fuck you because you're hot, but that's it. You know, I don't have enough money to fucking keep you in the lifestyle that you want, you know? When you're in your 30s or 40s like Samantha, you know, then you're going to be begging me for some cock, okay? So it's a waiting game. Hey, straight man's point of view. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm telling you the truth. Can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? Yeah. I don't think he can. I'm telling you the truth right now, and you know it. And guys, you know damn well I'm telling the truth. All right. So Jack shows up. Yeah, he shows up at her party. And he tells her, he says, hey, you know what? This book party is incredible, Carrie. You know, my book party probably could fit in the coat check area of this party. He's a funny guy. I love Jack. He's an awesome guy. I relate to him so well. I mean, I think they snuck a straight guy, or maybe there was a straight guy who pretended to be gay. You know, he said all the right things about teal and shoes and stuff. Meanwhile, he's fucking, he's putting in some heterosexual shit in there, like, oh shit, trying to sneak it through them. I think that's what happened, honestly. I think that's what happened. Okay, yeah, I know, because he's actually a well-written character. I actually relate to him, And so, of course, he's always making self-depreciating humor, like, oh my God, your party, And he tells her, that, you look great, by the way, Carrie. You look incredible. You say, I just came by to tell you congratulations, and on your success. This party's incredible. Good luck with your book. She's like, okay, well, thank you. And, then she remembers that he's got a girlfriend that he lives with. So she walks away from him and he walks away from her. But he looks at her like, like there could be something, like I've done this myself. Shit, man. I've done this myself. I've flirted with girls and everything went well, but I had somebody and, and I didn't want to fuck that up, but if I didn't have her, I would have tried with this girl. I've been in that situation myself, I remember one time even telling a girl, like, hey, if I do that, I'm going to hurt someone I don't want to hurt. And it wasn't because I wasn't attracted to her. It's just because, I already made a commitment to somebody else, and my body was telling me, fuck this girl. But my head was telling me, dude, I'm going to fuck her over if I do that. So it doesn't matter what I want. I got to do what I know is right, whether I feel like it or not. See, women are different. Okay, women do whatever they feel like fucking doing. Okay, men, they don't necessarily do what they feel like doing. They do what they think they're supposed to do, intellectual wise, their feelings are left out of it. It's weird like that. It's weird like that. But anyway, so so he does not pursue her. But she's still thinking about him, and she goes over to the table, the bar, where it's nothing but Cosmos. I guess that's all they're drinking at this party is Cosmos. The whole bar is full of nothing but Cosmos. And Charlotte's there, and Samantha shows up at the bar, And Charlotte's like, he's cute. And Carrie can't remember. Once again, I don't remember what he looks like. Carrie cannot remember what he looks like because she's feeling the sparkly tingles feelings inside. So she can't even remember what he looks like. And Samantha's like, he's obviously into you or else he wouldn't have shown up. And Carrie's like, please keep your face covered, Samantha. You look like shit. Okay, well, she left the look. I added the look like shit part, okay? But basically she said that, okay? She's like, I love you, Samantha, but go home. And Samantha's like, I only did this for you. And she's like, I know, and I have to live with it. Okay, so Charlotte's like, well, my +1 dumped me for the shrimp waiter. She's talking about Anthony, her gay best friend, yeah. And Carrie's like, you know what? I had to let Jack go, right? Charlotte, I had to let him go, right? Like, did I really have to let him go? I wish he had just told me from the beginning that he had a girlfriend. And Charlotte's like, well, you know what, Carrie? The reason I don't say that I'm getting divorced is because I don't like the way it sounds. Because remember, she didn't tell the guy she was fucking that she was still married. And Carrie's like, yeah, well, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. And you can tell without her saying it that she doesn't like the way that sounds either. So I can feel for Carrie. I sympathize with Carrie. I really do, I know she's the main character, but, I can understand her loneliness. I get it. I get it, like her attempts at relationships have blown up in her face. Sometimes it's her own fucking fault, or you can make the argument that all of them are her fault in some way or another. The guy's an asshole, but you picked him. You knew he was an asshole, but you dated him anyway. And some of it was her own fault too, Well, so I can understand her loneliness, Like here's this big party for her, and she ain't got no guy with her to celebrate it with, Yeah, so it sucks. I get it. I feel for her, So, and that's one of the reasons I love her so much, okay? So that's going on here. Anise shows up. That's Candice Bergen's character again. She grabs Carrie's like, she's upset. She says, you didn't tell me Cliff was invited to this party. He's like, Cliff? Yes, my Cliff. Who's that? He goes, and she recognizes him. He's like a sportscaster, okay, like a famous sportscaster named Cliff. He's there with some hot Asian girl, okay? And I guess that's the guy that Candice Bergen's character, Anita, was talking about earlier in the episode, how she's got a boyfriend, but he's got a girlfriend on the side. This must be the woman that he's got on the side. And she didn't know that he was coming to this party. So now she's this strong, independent boss bitch editor from Vogue magazine is now fucking scared as shit. Oh my God. And she's like hiding behind waiters and shit and trying to run away, hoping this guy Cliff doesn't see her at the party because she's there by herself. She brought some gay guy with her, and he's got some hot Asian girl with him. So she's a coward. She's a fucking coward, all right? And Charlotte's like, who's that? And Carrie's like, oh, that's my role model. Yeah. So Candice Bergen's character, Anita, she runs off and tries to hide behind people and try to run away. Okay. Meanwhile, Carrie goes home alone. She gets into her limo, and there's the black woman who's the limo driver, and she's like, "Oh my God, you look pretty. You were at a party. Whose party was it?" She's like, "Oh, it was mine." Even though she's sitting by herself in the limo. And the lady's like, "What happened? What'd you do?" He's like, "Oh, it was a book party. I wrote a book." Like, "You wrote a book?" It's like, "Yeah, I wrote a book." He's like, "Can you take me home?" And I said, "No, we're not going home." So actually, this black woman, she takes Carrie to a fucking hot dog stand. And she tells the guy making the hot dogs, "Hey, she wrote a book." He's like, "Oh, you did? You wrote a book?" "Yes, I wrote a book." Wow, will it be in the store soon?" "Yes, it'll be in the store soon." "Okay, well, I get here. You know what? These hot dogs are on me. They're free. Here. Congratulations on writing your book. Okay, and I thought that was kind of cool. And Carrie's thinking like she's got the hot dog. Who needs a burger when you can get a 95-cent hot dog in New York, Hey, okay, it's city life, man. It's Chicago. Chicago's got the best hot dogs in the whole fucking world. Best fucking hot dogs in the whole fucking world, Chicago. Vienna beef. Chicago was a fucking big ranch town back in the day, back in the 1800s, okay? They had more cows than anyone else in the fucking country, okay? They're the ones that fed all the Union soldiers during the Civil War. All the beef came from Chicago. Chicago was a ranching town way back in the day. So yes, we know about beef. We know about our hot dogs. God, I'm hungry now. Fuck. I miss Chicago hot dogs. There's nothing else in the world like it. Anyway, but I know it's bad for you, but delicious. Okay, so she's eating the hot dog, she's thinking to herself, hey, who needs a burger when you can have a hot dog? Okay. And she then she notices while she's walking back in the limo, she notices on the floor there's a playing card. It's a Jack of Hearts. Get it? Jack of Hearts, Jack Berger of Hearts. Her heart is thinking about Jack of Hearts. Get it? Okay, yeah, I know. It's very, very, very what's the word? Very subdivision in this episode from the writers. But otherwise, it was a good job. They did a good episode here. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very excited about Jack Berger's character, Ron Livingston. I love him as an actor. He's a great actor. He's in The Conjuring. He was in Swingers, one of my favorite movies. That's a guy movie. It's basically Sex and the City for men. It's called Swingers. It came out in the 90s. Jon Favreau wrote it. Vince Vaughn was in it. Ron Livingston was in it. Brittany Monahan, Natasha, she was in it. What's her name? Heather Graham was in it before she did Boogie Nights. So it was a lot of famous people were in it. It was one of those Miramax movies, yes. Harvey Weinstein did it, okay, before we knew that he was a sexual predator. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's about dating from a guy's point of view for a change. Yeah, and there's swing dancing in it, so it's funny. I love that movie. Very, very, very quotable. And Ron Livingston was in that movie. So I remember from that. He was also in Band of Brothers. He was in the Conjuring movies. So he's done a lot of stuff. Okay, he's a really good actor. I like him a lot. And I like his character, Jack Berger. Jack Berger is the one character on the show that I honestly related to him. Like, I could see myself being him. He acted the way I act. Now, I have not watched the episodes that are coming yet. I'm about to watch them. Once I watch them, then I'm going to review them here, okay? So I don't know what Jack's going to do the next episode. But I do remember when I originally watched the show that out of all the men on Sex and the City, Jack Berger was the one guy on the show that I thought was realistic, okay? Because I related to him more than any other guy on the show. I knew this guy. I knew Jack Berger because I was Jack Berger. I acted like him. I said things that he did. I acted the way. I remember there's an episode coming up where he gets in an argument with Carrie, and I just remember being like totally like he was saying everything that I would have said in that argument. Like, he was saying everything that I would have said. You know? And he loses the argument. What the fuck? You know? And I remember talking to the girls, my friends at work and at school about it, and they were all like, well, yeah. I was like, no, I still think that he should have won that argument. You know? So, you know, we'll get to that eventually. I'll get to that. And yes, I know where you were going with this, the little Post-it note. I will get to that when it happens. All right? I'll get to that when it happens. Anyway, well, that's the end of this review for this episode. I will be back when we review episode 6 of season 5. Thank you for watching this long. I appreciate all your comments and your likes and all that stuff. I love watching these episodes. I'm the only straight guy I know that watched this fucking show, so I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view, and that's what I do here. Okay? So thank you for watching this long, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.